Well, I guess now we really can call it a White House shakeup. Anthony Scaramucci out after just 10 days on the job as White House Communications Director. Now, he came in as a friend of Donald Trump to do what Donald Trump wanted done. Very aggressive guy with a certain New York street swagger, shall we say. Obviously hurt himself with that, what he thought was implicitly an off-the-record phone call to Ryan Lizza at the New Yorker. That ended up getting published because he hadn't said it should be off the record. All the F-bombs and all the disparaging things he said about Reince Priebus and Steve Bannon certainly didn't help Scaramucci's image. But the real reason I think that he has just been let go is John Kelly, the retired general coming into his first day of work. He is in charge of the staff, and he accepted Scaramucci's resignation, perhaps asked for it as well. All of this has sparked so much media attention on General Kelly, who basically has gotten a very warm welcome from the media, unlike his predecessor, Reince Priebus. And the notion in some quarters that because Reince was the former chairman of the RNC, that his departure, his ouster, really kind of severs the last tie that Donald Trump had with the Republican Party. That's a misunderstanding because Donald Trump never had that much of a connection with the Republican Party. I've always viewed him as more of an independent president. He's a guy who ran against the Republican establishment, beat 16 candidates. The remnants of the establishment did everything they could to stop Donald Trump. So you not only had that, Trump essentially executing a hostile takeover of the GOP, but you had his sort of mixture of positions, very conservative on issues like trade and immigration, but when it came to, for example, Social Security and Medicare, which GOP reformers have long said have to be reined in because they could bankrupt the country, Trump took what essentially was a Democratic position. Not going to touch it. People paid into it. Not going to cut it by 1 cent. So it seems to me that Trump, even now, is criticizing Republicans, particularly after the Senate health care failure. He is talking about, for example, calling the Republican senators fools for not abolishing the filibuster. I mean, he has always charted his own course. So whether Reince is there, whether Scaramucci is there, whether Spicer is there, doesn't really matter. Trump marches to his own drummer. He is willing to be tough on both parties. The conventional wisdom is that it's very hard to govern in Washington without support from at least one of the two parties. But Donald Trump is testing that proposition now with General Kelly at his side and minus Anthony Scaramucci.